Mindful Life Practice community.
Great. So we are all here for our Vin Yin practice. So you guys have all done this with me before. You know what to expect. We are going to move through our 30 minutes of vinyasa and then our 30 minutes of yin. This is my new favorite class ever. I forgot how much I liked it. But I described it last week as like you get a little of what you want and a little of what you need. And I think we all have our days where we're craving more yang or we're craving more yin. For me, when my mind is all over the place and I feel like I need to keep moving, the vinyasa stuff is good for me. And when I need more stillness, the yin is better for me. So this class will get a little of both. I don't know what pose I cued you to start in. I thought I said child's pose, but maybe I said no pose because I see Yasser on his back. So let's go with our backs. Let's stay on our backs. If you are in the child's pose, you can make your way onto your back. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then if you have an intention for this morning, go ahead and identify it now. I'm just gonna go with the intention of simply yoga. Just keeping it simple. Sometimes I overcomplicate it all with themes, but at the end of the day, we're just here for yoga. Let's take one long inhale, fingertips all the way through toe. Take the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Oh, I think I see Alexandra came in while I was resting in my Shavasana. Good morning. Keep your palms interlaced over your right knee, lengthen through your left leg. And then let's just take some circles with the right leg. So circling the knee all the way around. And then we're gonna circle it the opposite way. And then take the knee into the left palm, open through the right arm, and then just draw the right knee all the way across the body towards the left side. Come all the way back through center. Let's switch it up. So take the left knee in, lengthen through the right leg, and then just take your circles getting into the hips. Just kind of feeling whatever's going on this morning. Circle it all the way back through center. And then just take the knee slowly over towards the right, moving into a spinal twist on this side. Come all the way back through center. Bend through your knees. You're gonna press your feet onto the mat, press your palms onto the mat alongside the hips. And then we're gonna move through some breath cycles. On your inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up, finding your bridge. And then on your exhale, lower all the way back down. Keep going like this, inhaling. And then exhaling. On the inhales, generally, we will expand the body in yoga. And then on the exhales, generally, we will contract. And then let's take one more. And this time when you land in your bridge, you're gonna stay there. Roll your shoulder blades under, interlace the palms, pinky fingers pressing down. Take one more round of breath. And then release your palms. Just lower each and every vertebrae one at a time back down on the mat. Knees into the chest. Let's rock and roll all the way up over seated and all the way back into a child's pose. Take one full round of breath in your balasana. Your belly connects with your thighs, your back body lifts. And then we will do the same thing, moving with the breath, inhaling all the way up into a table. And then exhaling back into a child's pose. Keep going like this, inhaling. And then exhaling. 2 more, breath in. Breath out. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. And then inhale, come all the way up into child's pose. And again, moving on the breath in our table. So breath in, you droop the belly, lift the chin. This is your cow. And then exhale, curl the spine, tuck the chin. This is your cat. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Breath in. Breath out. And then 1 more breath in. And then 1 more breath out. Bring your body back into a table. Lengthen your right leg up behind you on the mat so you're slowly finding balance. And then maybe you lift the opposite arm so it's your left arm and your navel draws in and you feel this extension from your fingertips all the way through your heel. Hold on here for 3, for 2, and then on 1, I want you to reach your left arm back, bend through your right knee. See if you can maybe reach your heel with your hand coming into what's called tiger pose. So it's a bit of a back bend and a balance. And if this feels not quite right for your back, then just release it, no worries. It's quite early in the morning, but if it's okay, go ahead. And then just release your left palm. Take your left toes off the side of your mat. Take your right arm all the way up. So you're finding yourself into a half moon on the knee. And maybe you could do the same thing. So finding a bit of a back bend, grabbing your right foot with your right hand this time. Release the foot. Land onto your right foot. Lift all the way up into kind of this warrior two thing. Gate pose. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale back up to the warrior two. And then take 3 more just like this. So we're really focusing on the movements and transitions today. The word yoga really just means union, to yoke, to unify together. Taking 1 more. And then windmilling palms to the mat, turn your left toes back on the mat, tuck your toes, lift up and back to a 3-legged dog, take your right leg up behind you, bend through the right knee, and then again, circle through the hips. So circling through the right hip. So when it means to yoke or union, it just means to come into unity with the spirit, the breath, the mind, the body, union together with each other. Extend through your right leg and then just land your right toes on the mat and breathe into your down dog. There is this undeniable energy when you walk into a room of people practicing yoga together. I think we've all felt it. And in our yoga practice, even though we're separated in our different homes, I think we can still feel that too. We feel that energy of us all together despite being apart. Land the knees onto the mat. We're gonna move through that flow 1 more time, okay? So left leg extends. Right arm extends. Try to have your hips level. If you want to check that, use your hand on your sacrum and just feel that your left hip is level with your right. And then have this long extension from fingertips all the way through heels. Stay for 4, for 3, for 2. And then for 1, land the right palm. Oh wait, I lied. Keep it up. Tiger first. Bend through the left knee. See if you can reach the right fingertips to the left ankle. Just getting your little bit of a back bend. And then extend. Take your right palm on the mat, take your right toes off the mat, lift your left arm up towards the sky, and then we'll take the back bend that way. So left hand goes onto the left ankle. Extend it up. Land your left foot, come all the way up into that warrior two, and then take a few breaths, inhaling, and then exhaling. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, palms all the way onto the mat. Turn the right toes back in, tuck the toes, lift up and back, reach through your left leg, bend through the knee, just take some circles. And then land your left foot all the way back down onto the mat. Take an inhale, ripple all the way forward into a plank. And then exhale, take it all the way back down dog. 3 more, breath in. And then breath out. 2 more. And then 1 more, this time land all the way in your plank for 3. You got this for 2. And then for 1, you're gonna slowly lower. Lift all the way up into your first up dog and then come all the way back into your down dog. Bend through both of your knees, take your gaze forward, step your feet up to meet your hands. Take an inhale to halfway lift. Take an exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back, find your chair, your Utkatasana. Let's just stay for 3, for 2, and then for 1 breath in, and then breath out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower, plant the palms, step back, vinyasa. Let's move through a couple of standing lunge series. So inhale your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your right knee in. You're gonna step your right foot in between your palms, land onto your left knee. Let's inhale our arms up towards the sky, and then open into goalpost arms. Take a breath in, knit your ribs in, and then open your heart towards the sky. So you're coming into a bit of a back bend. We're gonna do heart openers today. Last night, if you were in my class, we did a lot of flexion, a lot of forward folding, a lot of core work. We were working on crow. And it was awesome, but I realized at the end, we didn't really do any heart opening. So we're gonna make up for it this morning. We're gonna release, interlace our palms, press our hands together, draw our our shoulders back as we expand through the heart, and take 3, and then 2, and then on 1, just release the palms all the way back up, and then hinge your body forward, landing your left palm. Let's inhale the right arm all the way up towards the sky. On your exhale, send it back down. And then take 3 more. Inhale. And then exhale. 2 more. One more, and this time, maybe your right arm sweeps back, lands on the sacrum. Maybe you grab onto the foot, taking a quad stretch. And then release that left foot, take the right palm back. Let's get 1 little hamstring stretch. Walk your fingertips back, 3 breaths. Inhale, and then exhale, hinge forward, 2. One more. Walk your fingertips back, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Let's hop all the way back into a side plank of Vashisthasana. Stay for 3, for 2, and then on 1, we will move through the chaturangas all the way up to down dog. Speaking of chaturangas, that's the name of our podcast, and it was just launched today. I know Nadia was asking about it last night. It was just posted. So feel free to have a listen after. Really excited about it. Take your left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee in. Step your left foot between your palms. Land onto your right knee. Inhale all the way up. Open your arms wide. Take a breath in, and then reach your heart up towards the sky, back bending. Let's release that, interlace the palms, press the palms together, lift your chest. Reach your arms all the way up towards the sky, big breath in, and then hinge your palms forward, plant your right palm. Let's move through our 4 twists, inhaling the arm up, and then exhaling it back down. 3 more. 2 more. One more inhale. Take your left palm back. Maybe you grab hold of the right foot, getting into your quad stretch. And then release your right foot, release your left foot. Let's get into our hamstrings, just 3 rounds of breath. Walk your fingertips forward. Let's side plank. Tuck the toes. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Step your left foot back. Hold for 3, 2, and then 1. Land and vinyasa. So we're going to take one more standing flow, just one. Coming all the way back up to your down dog. Take your right leg up towards your sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your right knee in, step your right foot between your palms. Land onto your left heel. Inhale all the way up. Warrior 1. Open your arms, goalpost arms. And this time you're gonna wrap your right arm underneath your left, finding yourself into an eagle arm. Feeling the shoulders unstick. And then unwind your arms, expand them up towards the sky. Let's shift weight onto our right foot and then lean forward, finding a Virabhadrasana 3, whatever arm variation you want to take. Step your left foot back, 45-degree angle again. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Reach them forward like you're reaching for something, and then dangle your arms on the mat. Fingertips frame the foot. Keep your left fingertips where they are. Spiral your right arm up towards the sky, bringing yourself into a revolved triangle. And then one more balancing pose. If you want to come into the revolved half moon, you lift your left leg, your left foot is grounded, right foot is grounded. Maybe you kick into the heel, taking that quad stretch. And then we will extend and then just land the right foot, land the left foot, find yourself in a forward fold. Take a few rounds of breath through the body. And then let's do that standing flow on the opposite side. One more standing flow, and then we'll drop into our stillness and drop into our yin, okay? So if you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. From your down dog, extend your left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee in, step your left foot between your palm. Land onto your right heel, lift all the way up, warrior 1. Open your arms. Let's eagle in the opposite way. So left arm underneath the right. Feel your shoulders unsticking, just settling your gaze. Inhale, open the arms. Shift weight onto your left foot. As you reach your arms forward, Virabhadrasana 3. Finding your balance. Right hip level with your left. Gaze at something that isn't moving and know that it's okay if you lose your balance. You got this. Step your right foot all the way back. Lengthen through your left leg. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And then reach forward. Dangle your arms alongside your left leg. And then keep your right fingertips where they are on the mat. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Then last standing pose, if you want to shift weight onto your left foot and right fingertips, find your revolved half moon. Maybe grip your left palm onto your right foot. Take 3, take 2, and then take 1. Land your right foot beside your left. Find yourself in a forward fold. Just release that. Take an inhale, half lift. Take an exhale, fold. We're gonna move into our first of our yin poses now. We're gonna move straight into a dangle. So I'm gonna give you guys an option. You can stay exactly where you are and just grip your palms to opposite elbows. You guys probably know the options. You can be on a piece of furniture. I'm gonna walk toward the wall and press my back against the wall. And this is like quite intense for early in the morning. So if it feels like too much for your back off. Feels like a lot for my back, actually. I'm gonna back off. I'm just gonna go back to my normal dangle. It's too early for that. So bend the knees a little bit. And then just let the weight of gravity kind of pull you forward into this shape. Three principles of yin yoga. Find your edge. Stay a while. Commit to stillness. So there are tons of tendencies and urges to want to move. I'm going to encourage you, if you're okay where you are, to stay. My legs are starting to fall asleep. We've been here for about 3 minutes. If it's not pain, can you sit with that discomfort? What can you learn from it? You're going to take 5 more breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Oh my God, that was a lot for the morning. Oh, I saw on the computer, it's not Alexandra who came in, it's Leanne. Hi, Leanne. So just kind of wiggle out in whatever way feels good for you. And then eventually we're gonna come into a Tadasana. So take your palms at your heart center, lengthen out through your spine, soften your shoulders. Take a few breaths in. Let that pose wash over you. What has shifted within you? Where has space been created? Taking one more breath. And then let's just come all the way to sit on our mat. So we're gonna take a hip opening pose. We did it last night in my vinyasa class. It's called Gomukhasana. So what you're gonna do, I think you guys are all gonna be good with this because you've been practicing for a while. You're going to lay your right knee flat on the mat. Okay, so my right sole of the foot is on the outside of my left hip, just flat like this. And then take your left knee and see if you can bring it to stack on top of your right. So both of your soles of feet are coming, outside edges are flat on the mat. Okay, knees are stacking. If this is too much for you, you can always just extend the bottom leg. Okay, so the left knee is just crossing on top of the right, on the outer edge of the left foot. But if you're okay with both knees stacked and the feet in, then go for it. And then we're gonna take cow face arms or Gomukhasana arms. So your right arm is gonna reach up. You are going to plant your right palm on your left shoulder. Left palm might come onto the right elbow and just draw back. And then maybe you release the left arm all the way back and see if you can grip onto your fingertips here. So we're gonna be here for 3 minutes. So I have to tell you guys, when I'm sequencing yoga, especially yin, I tend to shy away from these super challenging poses. It's sort of the same with my philosophy around vinyasa, is that I really don't want people to feel inadequate. I don't want people leaving feeling like I can't do this. And I think a lot of it stems from my own mental health when I first came to yoga. I felt really bad about myself. Didn't feel good about myself when I was doing the poses. I would look around at more advanced students and be like, why can't I do that? And so because of that, in classes like yin, I generally will do the same poses again and again that I know are accessible to you, like lizard and pigeon. The thing about doing the same things over and over again and staying in our comfort zone is that we eventually hit this plateau where we no longer grow, we no longer evolve. So just like in our yin, Vin and Yin practice, we're trying to find the balance between, you know, the heat building and the cooling poses. Also trying to find the balance in my teaching. And And I know that since all of you guys have been with us and practicing with us for a while, that you're probably okay to move on to this one. So even if you're feeling discomfort, see if you can sit with it. Whatever you're feeling, it's gonna pass. 10 more breaths. You got this one. Then just unwind your arms. Let's uncross the legs. And then do a little rock from side to side. And then we're gonna move through that pose on the opposite side. So this time your left knee goes under and lays flat on the mat. And then your right knee comes up to stack on the left. And this time it should be your left palm going all the way up. Right palm can stay on the elbow, that's okay. Or maybe you wrap it around, fingertips grip together. Just mentally preparing yourself. We will be here for 3 minutes. There's this famous quote that the yoga pose begins as soon as you want to get out of it. As soon as you're ready to move, as soon as you don't want to hold it anymore, that is when the yoga starts. How long have we been here? One more minute. You got this. 10 more breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. Nice work. Release it. Ugh. Move in whatever way feels good. And then we're just gonna take one pose in seated. So coming up to crisscross, what you're gonna do is drop your right earlobe down towards your right shoulder. Maybe take your right palm onto the side of your head. Use it as a little weight, and you should be feeling this stretch in your left trapezius muscle. We're not gonna hold this one for the whole 3 minutes. Let's hold it for a minute. Let's do a minute on each side. How's that? Five more breaths. And then a one. Take your head all the way up. Drop your chin to your chest. Do some little circles. Let's stretch the other way. So take your head all the way up through center. Drop your left earlobe down towards your left shoulder. Take your left palm onto your right side of head. Taking a minute. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Take your head all the way back up through center. And then taking the chin into the chest, and then just do some little circles. All right, so we have one last pose before our Shavasana. I said we do heart openers, and we haven't done a heart opener yet in Yin so far. So grab a couple of pillows. You're gonna stack your pillows up to make a little bit of a ramp for your body. And then snuggle your body up so that your sits bones are against this. And then lay your heart open. Placing your palms maybe on your navel, perhaps placing them on your thighs. Just letting your head rest. Letting your heart expand. So heart opening poses, they are crucial in our yoga because so often in life, We're closed down these days. And whether it's physically hunching over a computer, whether it's shielding our heart, shielding our truth, whether it's walking with our shoulders kind of curled up in stress, there's a lot of reasons why we would be forward folding. Our heart opening counters that. Take a few more rounds of breath. And then you decide for the last 10 minutes in our Shavasana, if you're happy to stay here, just stay here. If you want to go into a traditional Shavasana or a child's pose, go ahead. I'm going to come all the way up to a seated meditation. So this morning, we're just going to go back to a very simple breathing meditation. So we're going to stay with the breath and the sensations of the breath continuously. Breath is like a swing on the playground. As you breathe in, first it accelerates. Then it slows down near the end, comes to an unstable stop, starts going in the other direction. The speed is always changing. And to notice all this, you need not only awareness, but also concentration. You need to concentrate so you're aware of those brief moments in the cycle. Cycle after cycle. So let's explore feeling our breath in a few different ways. First time breathing in, seeing if you can feel it in your diaphragm. And then this time when you breathe in, see if you can feel your clothes adjusting as your diaphragm changes shape. This time breathing in, can you feel the rush of air on your nostrils? Can you feel a coolness around your nostrils as you breathe the air in? So by concentrating on the breath here, we're offering the mind something other than the thoughts to chew on. This works better than fighting with it to slow down. So just let your breath find its natural rhythm. Like the waves on a beach. Like the waves, the breath comes from somewhere we don't know. And it goes inside and gets lost like the waves get absorbed back into the sand. Some of the water goes back to the ocean, but it's not exactly the same. It's clean the beach, it's carrying back debris, the warmth of the sand with it. The breath has also cleaned the body, and the breath is warm and full of carbon dioxide. So just involve all the senses and bask in the sunshine on the beach for a few moments. Just hearing the wish of the waves. you sinking like a stone? Carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. When you're lost and alone, oh, you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Carry on, carry on. Give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. If you're in seated, just stay in seated. If you're on your back, give your body a nice big stretch. Bring yourself all the way up to your seated meditation. Take our hands to our heart center. If you want to seal us off with an Om sound, we'll inhale and then exhale, and then inhale through to make an Om. Okay, taking a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Thank you for sharing the space and the practice this morning. Have a lovely, lovely sunshiny day. Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice Community.